Hello everyone. After we finished Unit 3, Party, now we will move on to Unit 4, Volunteer Work. I know that volunteer work is a term which is very familiar with you, but before we start, I want to introduce you a little bit. Volunteer work is an activity which takes place for not-for-profit organizations and brings benefit to the community as well as the volunteers. Now we should begin with Lesson 1, Reading. To warm up, let's look at pictures above and guess the name of those activities. I will give you 1 minute to think about these pictures. Okay, time's up. I will give you the answers. Yeah, the first one with blood. We have blood donation. I think that most of you know this activity. The next one, we can see the phrase cơm từ thiện, so it's free meal for poor people. The third one is a picture with a lot of people who are youngsters. They are building something and it brings some volunteer. The fourth one, we can see a group of people who are cleaning up, so it's Green Sunday. It's also an activity for students in Vietnam. And the final one, we can see a woman who works as a teacher and a lot of children. They seem so poor, so it's free class for children. Free class for poor children. Okay, it's all for warm-up activity. Now we move on to the next part. Before we read the text, we will explain the saying. Read the following saying and explain what it means. If you give me a fish, I will eat today. If you teach me to fish, I will eat my whole life long. I will give you 30 seconds and you can discuss with your friends to explain this saying. Okay, come back to the lesson. I will give you the Vietnamese equivalent. Nếu bạn cho tôi một con cá, tôi sẽ ăn nó trong hôm nay. Nếu bạn dạy tôi cách câu cá, tôi sẽ ăn cá suốt đời. Okay, in English, this saying means that we should teach a person how to earn money or produce food rather than give them money or food. In other words, we had better teach them a job rather than give them money. I think it's a very meaningful saying. And now we will move on the very important part of this lesson, reading the text. I guess that all of you have read the text at home. And now we will go through some new vocabulary before we do the task. I think this words you will find them hard to understand when you're reading. Volunteer, tình nguyện viên, orphan, trẻ mồ côi, organization, tổ chức, advantage, thuận lợi, handicap, người khuyết tật, education, giáo dục, donation, sự hiến tặng, service, dịch vụ. But it's not on the new words I want to show you, but you can find them fully in the vocabulary part of the reading on my website. Now we will move on the very first task in this part. Task 1. Use an appropriate form of the word volunteer to complete each of the following sentences. Here we have 4 sentences, and I will give you 1 minute to complete the task because I know that you have read the task at home. You can also discuss with your friends to have the best answers. Now we should begin. Okay, time's up, and I think I need to show the answers. First, in the first sentence, we have when she retired, she did a lot of voluntary service for Red Cross. Because service is a noun, so we need to use voluntary before service. In the sentence number 2, she was not fired, she left the company voluntarily. Because after left, we need to use an adverb. So voluntarily need to be filled in this blank. In the third sentence, she needs some volunteers to clean up the kitchen. Because after some we need to use a noun, so this blank needs to filled with volunteers. In the final sentence, last month the company volunteered to donate 50 trucks to help the flooded areas. Last month is signal of past tense, and this sentence needs to complete with a verb. So volunteered is filled in this blank. It's all for task 1, and we will move on to task 2. Choose the best answer from A, B, C, or D for each of the following sentences. The first sentence, volunteers usually help those who are sick or old in their homes by A. Mowing the lawns, doing shopping and cleaning up their houses. B. Cooking, showing and washing their clothes. C. Telling them stories, singing and dancing for them. D. Taking them to baseball games. In order not to waste any second, I will give you the answers right now. This sentence, the right answer is A. Volunteers usually help those who are sick or old in their house by mowing the lawns, doing shopping, and cleaning up their houses. Because I know that you have do the task at home, so it's time for us to check the answer and correct them. And next, number 2, Big Brother is A. The name of a club, B. A home of children, C. The name of a film, D. An organization for boys who no longer have fathers. And the answers will be D. An organization for boys who no longer have fathers. Congratulations who have the right answers. And the next sentence. Number 3. Most of the Boys and Girls Club use many high school and college students as volunteers because they A. Have a lot of free time, B. Can understand the problems of younger boys and girls, C. Know how to do the work, D. Are good at playing game. And the right answer will be B. They can understand the problems of younger boys and girls. We will move on number 4. Volunteers believe that A. In order to make others happy, we have to be unhappy. They have to be unhappy. B. The happiest people are those who make themselves happy. C. The happiest people are those who are young and healthy. D. Bringing happiness to others makes them the happiest people. And the right answer will be D. Volunteers believe that bringing happiness to others makes them the happiest people. And the final sentence. The best title for the passage is, can you guess? A. Taking care of others. B. Voluntary work in the United States. C. Volunteers, the happiest people in the world. D. Helping old and sick people in the United States. And I hope you will have the right answer for this sentence. And it's B. The best title for the passage is Voluntary Work in the United States. It's all for task 2, and now we will move on to task 3. Ask and answer the questions. Here we have 3 questions, and you also have 1 minute to answer these questions. Now we should begin. Okay, time's up. And now I will show the answers for you to check. Number 1. What do high school and college students usually do as volunteers in hospitals, orphanages, or homes for the aged? They usually visit these places. They read books to the people there, play games with them, or listen to their programs. Question number 2. How do volunteers help disadvantaged and handicapped children to overcome their difficulties? The answer is they give care and comfort to them and help them to overcome their difficulties. The final question: where do students volunteer to work during summer vacations? And the answer is during summer vacations, they volunteer to work in remote or mountainous areas to provide education for children. And now you have 30 seconds to check your answer and discuss with your friends about 3 tasks above. Okay, it's all for the reading part. After we read this passage, I have a task for you. You need to answer 3 questions. Why do people do volunteer work? Have you done a volunteer work? What was it? Are you going to do volunteer work when you are students in colleges? Why or why not? And this part, I give you a link to complete a survey, including these questions in the description of this video. Don't worry, this part will not be scored or marked. And I also give you some further reading. You can access the link to get more knowledge about volunteer activities in Vietnam. And I think that's all for our lesson today. My homework today is you need to review lesson 1 reading at home and prepare for the next lesson speaking. We will have a speaking period with the topic volunteer work like the lesson today. So goodbye.